Hi everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel. As you know, I've been reviewing the Child's Play films, rewatching them all, and I've now got to the last one, that being Cult of Chucky. So let's talk about this film. Okay, so Cult of Chucky. This film came at us in 2017, again written and directed by Don Mancini, the architect of this franchise, and he has to keep writing them to give himself work. Yes, he's also involved in the TV series, which has literally just started. I have reviewed the very first episode. Go and visit that if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, so let's talk about this film. So, Cult of Chucky. This film sees the return of Fiona Dourif, the daughter of Brad Dourif, as Nika. She was in the last one, Curse of Chucky. She's the young lady that was in the wheelchair. Brad Dourif returns on voicing duties for Chucky. Obviously there is that support cast, but you do have support from Jennifer Tilly as Tiffany, and you have Andy Barclay himself has got a bigger role in this film. The actor Alex Vincent returning from that character. He was in Chucky 1 and 2, Child's Play 1 and 2, as the original Andy Barclay. So, I said this film catches up with Nika. She's now in sort of a mental home after the events of the last film. She's been charged with the murders of what occurred, and she's transferred out of maximum security into sort of like a sort of a lesser security type of, where she's got a bit more freedom within a mental home. In this one you see the Chucky doll being sent to this mental home, only there isn't one, there's 1, 2, 3 as the film progresses. Goings on occur once a doll appears, like previous, but what we come to find out is that Chucky actually has the ability now, because of finding another voodoo spell. He can transfer his consciousness into other dolls while retaining the doll that he's in, so he can split his consciousness into other beings essentially. He can split it however many times he wants, so you end up with 3 dolls running around killing people. The Chucky from the last film is actually kept in a safe in Andy's house, just the head, and he tortures the head. He's got it locked away, which, to be honest, is a safe thing to do. If you've got a Chucky doll, keep it locked away yourself. But anyway, so yeah. Obviously Tiffany's involved in this as well. She's helping to send the dolls there, but the last doll that gets sent there is actually sent by Andy, and Andy gets himself committed into the mental home to fight the Chucky dolls. Ultimately, the sort of film culminates in the release of, or the escape of, Nika. Fiona Dourif. She actually gets the consciousness of Chucky is put into her body, and he is inside her now, and she leaves at the end with Tiffany. Yeah. Obviously, unfortunately, this is the last in the franchise. You got the TV series, obviously, like I said. So this story, I don't know whether there'll be a continuation of this within the TV series or not. That remains to be seen. So my thoughts on this film. I quite enjoyed this one. It kept me entertained all the way through. I thought the story was really good. I thought Don Mancini's directing was pretty good as well. It's got some nice shots. A lot of it is set in the snow. He's got some. The building is fantastic that he's in, and the shots within the building, even though it's primarily a white sort of setting. The aesthetic of the building is white on the inside. It's made up for with camera angles and the darkness and scenes and this sort of thing. It's shot very well. He's sort of come along as a director himself of making these. This film did have an 18 rating. It's pretty violent in parts. Some of the killings are quite gory. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this one, actually. I did enjoy it, and I think it's got about a 79% approval rating, critic approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a fantastic end to this film franchise. I am going to be doing a ranking of these films very soon. I've still got yet to watch the remake. I will watch the remake and review that as well. I have seen that once when it first came out, but it'll be interesting to see that again, especially right off the back of these. That will form part of the ranking that I'm going to do. Yeah, so I'm purposely not saying what films I sort of prefer and don't prefer as I've been doing these reviews for each film, because that will come out in the ranking. Yeah, so anyway, so all in all, a very enjoyable franchise. It's had its ups and downs, but Chucky himself as a character, the doll, a joy to watch, if you can say that about a serial killer. But you know, he brought the levity to it. It's funny. The doll himself, that character in itself is a fantastic design, a fantastic product of the mind of Don Mancini, and you know, Brad Dourif really brings this character to life. It's unfortunate that this sort of film series sort of always feels like a lesser type of film series when it's in comparison to, you know, your sort of Halloweens and Jason and Freddy and this sort of thing. But you know, it's been self-aware at times. You know, it's been an enjoyable ride, and it will continue in the TV series. And weekly I will review that series as each episode comes out. So anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you have stuck with all these reviews. Like I said, one more for the remake. And yeah. So anyway, AJ, thanks again. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. I may be looking at some other horror films in the lead up to Halloween. It kind of makes sense, especially with Halloween Kills just around the corner. Anyways, AJ, thank you again. Take care all, and goodbye.